here's your host, Deb St.Hilaire.
Woohoo!
I feel like it's great.
Holly's afraid she's going to... Oh, it's chaotic here tonight. But now everything is calm. Oh, right when I said that, everything got calm. Quiet. It was kind of creepy. I'm turning your mic on too, Misty. Got it. Okay, so here we are. Welcome to the Divalution show. We have lots of people here tonight, and it's always more fun when there's lots of people here. It is. So today, my friends, is National Nude Day. I'm really glad that Greg wasn't here, Greg Kimbu from Vino, because he would have just gotten a little carried away with that, wouldn't he have, Misty? Yes, it wouldn't have been good. Would it have?
No. Is that better? It's not better yet.
Yeah, but I mean, why?
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me now.
Let's turn all the mics on.
Probably not a bad thing.
Oh, they're all on. Isn't that funny?
I can hear you, Holly, but wait. Oh.
We'll work on. All of a sudden, Misty's going to be really loud. Oh, you have to be smarter than the microphone.
That's Holly. She's so smart like
that.
that.
You're too loud? I'm too loud?
Holy crap.
Is that?
That's better.
Is this you?
Yep, that's me.
Deb's too loud, Julie? Really? You think we can turn her down?
Hey, Misty.
She can turn it down on the microphone end, though.
Wow.
I get it.
I'm getting dissed. Okay. We're all ready now. Again, 7 o'clock creeps up on us. So, welcome to the Divalution Day. It's National Nude Day. It's also Bastille Day. And it's Pandemonium Day. Well, what did they expect having National Nude Day but Pandemonium? That's just as silly to expect anything else, isn't it? We have birthdays. It's Kat Sturtz's birthday tomorrow. So, happy birthday. We all know Kat. Happy birthday. And it's my cousin Paula's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Paula.
Happy birthday, Paula. I don't think it's that I'm too loud. I think it's your headphones are too quiet, too loud. Is this you? Is this you? Is this you?
No.
No, that was me.
Is this you? Is that you?
No.
Maybe this one.
That one.
Okay, that's why, because I had it up pretty loud. I like mine loud. I like mine loud. Okay, don't go there. Okay, we're going to keep going. Last week, I don't know if you had a chance to listen to last week's show. Did anybody have a chance to listen to that? Our guest, you were here.
I was here.
It was a really good show, and it's on Spreaker, iHeart, and iTunes right now. Our guest was Tanya Burns, and it was all about self-motivation, and she had a
rather unfortunate circumstance.
Rather
that
unfortunate
led to her
is
situation.
right.
That's it was difficult at times to ask questions and talk to her about, because it was a powerful story that you could certainly relate to, and she told it in a way that you felt her frustration and her pain through that journey. But thank goodness she's pulling through pretty well.
Yeah, she has had a spinal cord injury. Oh, wow. She, when you think about it, it was only 9 months.
9 months. That's pretty incredible.
She's got a wonderful attitude.
Yes, she does.
We admire her very much. So, Tanya, hi, if you're listening. And we have a new listener that I want to say hi to Mar. She's in the United Kingdom, and she's a translator. A Spanish translator. So, hi, Mar. I hope you're still listening.
Can you say that in Spanish?
Hola. Mar. I hope you're still listening.
But you're supposed to say it with an accent. Then in Spanish.
Oh, I don't know. I hope you're still listening.
That's like Transylvania. Oh, my word. Move on.
I'm going to practice it when you guys are talking amongst yourselves. I'm just going to turn around and keep saying it. Hola, Mar. Okay. Our guests this evening are the beautiful Julie Carr.
Yeah. Hello.
Who was once our co-host.
Yeah.
The prodigal return.
The prodigal daughter returns.
After a year and a half, I think it's been.
Yeah, wait.
At least a year.
Yes, it has been that long.
Year. Yes. So welcome back. It's
Thank
nice
you.
to see you. And I guess once a year is good for us. We should probably touch base once a year.
Yeah, after tonight, I'll see you next year. Yeah. See you 2016.
Take care.
Yeah.
And we also have Hairspray Holly. Yay, Hairspray. You're looking good, too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She
How are
always
ya?
looks good.
She does. She's very pretty, isn't she?
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I am great.
Good. And we have Misty in the chat room
I'm here.
this evening. So if
Having
you
a hard
have
time figuring out how to post this, but we'll figure it out.
good. If you you know what though, if anybody says anything, you can tell me and then we'll address it even
got
if
it.
you can't reply there.
Got
And it's her first time in the chat room, and she'll be manning it for now on. I guess you've noticed that Tammy LD is no longer with us, and we wish her all the best in her accounting career. Tonight we are drinking 1-2 Punch Chardonnay. How is it?
Delicious.
It is.
I'm glad. I'm glad that it's really good. And Misty, are you liking it?
I do. It's very sweet, but not too sweet.
Good.
Nice crisp
Crisp.
flavor to it.
Fresh.
Good. It's a good summer. Greg said it was
Yes.
good summertime
I was
wine.
hoping you'd pick up on that.
Yeah, and good for barbecues.
Right.
And I never know what to serve with, like barbecued chicken and stuff.
That's a good one.
That now you have it.
Yeah, we had a whole show on wine just 2 weeks ago.
You could do 2 whole shows on wine.
Well, Greg could do a month's
lot.
worth.
Man,
He knows a tremendous amount.
that's so
He knows
cool.
stuff.
He's our own resident wine connoisseur. So tonight we are talking about communication. And Julie and Holly and Missy, of course, are all excellent communicators. And
thank
you're welcome. And the reason I know this is because I've seen and heard you communicate. And I admire your communication skills. Communication is the imparting or exchanging of information or news. Direct communication between the two countries will produce greater understanding. That I used the word in a sentence. And I kept that in here because isn't that the crux of the meaning of communication? For greater understanding.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about why you think communication is so important, Holly.
I just feel in any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship or a love interest, that if you're not on the same page, if you're not seeing through, empathetically through each other's eyes, it's really hard to relate. So you can't do that without being absolutely open and honest.
Right, that's right. Julie?
I think that is so true, Holly. And I think what happens a lot of times in communication, the problem is that we're too busy thinking about what we want to say
Yes.
and how we want to be right,
I think that...
rather than
you were still
listening
talking.
to
communication.
rather than listening to the other person.
That is so...
Is that not
absolutely-
true? Like, I just want to be right. I don't care what you say. I just want to be right. So therefore, while you're talking to me, I'm still thinking about the point I'm going to make.
Yes.
And then how much is miscommunicated?
Yes.
Absolutely. Have you ever known a person that was really, really bad at that did what you just said?
I have never met anyone like that.
Can I tell you a quick little story?
Yes, of course I have, you silly goose.
When I was... Oh, you have?
Yes.
So blatantly did it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so there was more than one person? That's horrible.
I know.
Tell me your story, and then I'll tell you mine.
Well, I don't know that I have a specific story, but just I know, I've remember incidences with people where you could tell they weren't even listening to you.
They had their own agenda.
They were doing an
Were
agenda.
they actually doing something else?
Yeah, maybe not making eye contact or, involved in something else. So you know what I do in that case?
What?
I just stop talking.
Yep.
You know what I do?
What?
I get around to where their eyes are.
Or you throw
Because that drives me crazy.
you throw something at them.
Throw something, yeah.
That's always
That's
a
what the
good
nuns
tactic.
used to do. Throw chalk at you.
Yeah, that's always a
Same
good
thing
idea.
I thought of when
Did you?
when you said that.
Chalk. I got it in the head right here. That's what's wrong with me. That's why I always pay attention because of that chalk. But I used to work with this lady when I was in real estate, and she never paid attention. And you know how you have to take all those continuing education classes. Everybody always has to take those. Well, we were in a continuing education class, and it was something that I knew that she did not understand because she showed it. over and over again that she didn't get it. So we're sitting there, and she's balancing her freaking checkbook while this man is talking. And then she raised her hand to ask. There were probably 40 realtors in there from all over the area because it was a mandatory class that you had to take. Maybe more. But those 40 knew her. And she raised her hand to ask a question, and it was exactly what he just said.
She was just reiterating it.
Yeah.
I'm just confirming what you have spoken, sir.
And all those 40 realtors together went, oh. It was so funny.
All right, let me ask you a question. Have you ever done this? Like someone is talking to you and you're thinking about something else, and then they ask you a question and you're like, dang it. I've done that. I've been guilty of that. I'm like, oh, man. And I wasn't trying to be rude, but my mind wandered, and maybe I had something stressful.
You used to do that to me.
Did you ever ask me a question? I'm not sure I understand you. Could you repeat it? What time is it?
You're right, though, but that happens to me sometimes when people's stories get too long. I kind of lose interest in them.
Yes.
Zoning out.
It is called zoning out. Juliana's here.
Yes, I am.
Hi, Juliana.
And it is called zoning out, and yes, that's terrible. So, was that
We call
person's
it
story
distracted
too long?
listening.
Mm-hmm.
Was that person's story too long?
No, I don't know. It wasn't. I mean, honestly, I was trying to pay attention, but I was just maybe thinking about what I needed to get for dinner, or I don't know. Yeah, I was preoccupied, and I just missed it for a few seconds, and then they're looking at me, and I'm thinking, oh man, that's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. So, it sounds so simple, say what you mean, but all too often what we try to communicate gets lost in translation despite our best intentions. So that's another good thing to talk about is miscommunication, or that's why I don't like texting.
Oh, I agree.
Because I could text to you, man, I have a headache, and you could take it, I gave her a headache. You know what I mean?
Yes. It leaves it wide open. There's
does.
no emotion.
Yes. If you can't hear that, unless it's just I'll meet you somewhere, blah, blah. But there's,
Facts,
or if you know the person really well and you can actually hear their voice as you're texting, which is okay. But
I've been told that people can hear my voice when I'm texting, that I text just like I talk, so.
I think as a good rule of thumb, when you text, it should just be about like where are you, what time are you coming home, things like that. So there's no misinterpretation.
Nothing major.
Have you ever misinterpreted a text?
Oh, all the time. Mm-hmm.
Have you? Yeah, I have too.
And I try not to. I read it back to myself several different ways. When someone texts me, and I try to get the happy one.
Can I share a quick story? Do we have
Please.
time?
Yes.
Okay. This was a couple years ago, and it involves a text. And my daughter Madison is 20. She was 17 at the time, so 3 years ago. And I was in Walmart, and I had run into a person that I had not seen in a long time. So we were talking, and she's calling me, and I kept I'm not going to answer the phone because I think that's really rude to do that. I'm with you right now.
Right. You
deserve my attention right now. So I kept hitting, she kept calling and calling and calling. So eventually, I said goodbye to my friend, and we were on our way, and I had forgotten to call her back. So I get this text from her, and in all capital letters, it said, "Get ears." Oh, that did not go over well with Mama. So I called her back, and I said, "How dare you talk to me like that?" And I'm going on, and she's like, "Mom, what are you talking about?" I'm like, that text was disrespectful to me. I will call you back when I want to call you back. And she's like, "Mom, I just wanted you to get rawhide ears for the dogs." Oh! Yeah. I said, but it was all caps. And when you do all caps, that's like yelling.
Screaming, yeah.
So that was totally not what she meant.
Aww.
I know. It's okay. We've gotten over it
You
since.
got over it.
She's 20 now.
Smooth it over.
Yeah.
I just